Okay, okay, welcome everybody. We got a new exciting conversation today on this channel, the Wisdom Conversations, where we bring in different guests and we have different topics ranging from a wide range of spiritual conscious topics. And so today we have a new guest here. Her name is Viktorija, and we're going to talk a little bit about this topic of authenticity. So welcome. I'm so happy to have you here with us in this conversation, Viktorija. How are you today?
I'm very well, thank you. Hello, Joe. Hello, everyone. I'm so happy that you having me here.
Definitely, yeah. It's just so great to be able to have conversations with other people on these topics, and especially authenticity is a very inspiring topic for me personally. So I was very happy that you had suggested that. Is that something? Is authenticity something meaningful for you, or what is authenticity for you? Why is that important?
Well, it is very important for me. I've actually established authenticity school in Lithuania. It's like my entrepreneurship business, and basically, why I established it is because I've been like a chameleon for the most of my life. People pleaser, like feeling other people's emotions, I couldn't distinguish if it's mine or if it's others' thoughts as well. So I couldn't really figure out who is me in me and what is not me in me. So once I've began following Teal and other spiritual practices came into my life, it became clearer and clearer. So for me, authenticity is being real. Basically, in simple words, I would put it, it's just being real, being yourself, your true self, uh, uncovering yourself from the masks we put on ourselves in society, in order to be accepted, to be loved, yeah, because we will never be loved if we are wearing masks, if people will fall in love with our masks. Isn't that right?
Very true. I very much agree with what you're saying here. And thank you for being so vulnerable about sharing a little bit. I can relate myself. In my life, I have been a people pleaser. I have been like a chameleon, and I have put on a fair amount of masks to, I think for me, it's about being safe, not feeling safe to share my true self. So I have definitely been there and live with plenty of masks myself, so I can relate to this. Um, yeah, so authenticity, right? It's being talked about a lot in the new conscious spirituality. I see it coming up. You mentioned Teal Swan, who really is, that's one of her main things that she's saying. It's the new thing coming out is being authentic, being the real self. Um,
That's
so
right.
yeah, what a great topic.
Yeah, when I started following Teal, everything just started falling into places. uh, I like gained different knowledge from different and knowledge and wisdom from different sources, um, in my life, but I couldn't really wrap it around what's going on. You know, what am I about? What is my business about? What I didn't figure out what are the values of my life, what's the most important things in my life. So I would just live like standard life. But when Teal came around, I started following her. I think it's around 1.5 years. I started implementing her teachings, her methods into my life straight away, and I could feel the effect of it and efficiency of it immediately. So, and I was fascinated by it because you do the work and you see the result, and it's amazing. I'm all about the result. I'm all about efficiency. I'm all about being productive. So this is why I started doing it myself, helping others to reach their own goals and reaching their own identity, basically, because we live with false identities if we live with masks. So this is what happened for me, and happened for my girls, for my course members as well. When they started uncovering themselves from the shame, from the guilt, from unsafety, and all other negative emotions, like lower vibration emotions. They started feeling differently. They started seeing that they're basically all areas of their lives are changing, like identity is changing, work is changing, abundance is changing, relationships are changing. So, and they could see this very positive impact in their lives. So I was so happy to shine authenticity light, and that other people feel it, and they started doing as well. So as we spoke yesterday, like, we are the light workers, we are spreading this light, and I'm so happy that you are doing it as well. This wisdom channel, isn't it? It's all about spreading the light, spreading the truth of ourselves, of our inner selves. So um, I'm amazed by Teal's work, and the community she has, the Teal Tribers. They are amazing people. They are all about doing the work, the inner work, which is so hard at times, isn't it?
Yes, it's I've been involved in the teal community myself and have found a lot of value in doing this introspection, inner work, and inner healing. And I can say, like you have said, that the inner work, the inner discovery, it can help us get in touch with some of this authentic stuff that's unseen or unacknowledged or just unaware of. And when we get in touch with those values and who we really are and what really brings us joy, um, it's a very empowering feeling to be able to live a life that you want to live. And I really find it amazing that you have, in doing the work yourself, it sounds like you've had a lot of transformation and enlightenment, I guess, for a word, in your own self-discovery and empowerment. And what's so amazing about you is that you are sharing that discoveries, you're sharing that knowledge with these other women in Lithuania. And um, I love that. I love how you said, um, be finding the light in yourself and then sharing it with others, and then it spreads, right? When we share this, not only ourself but the conscious wisdom of how to access that. That's a very beautiful thing. Yeah, let's share it, right?
That's right. That's right. You know what, you cannot share if you don't have it in yourself. If it's like almost gone, isn't it? The light in you, the fire in you is gone. And I felt like that. I felt powerless before my awakening, like when I started going into myself, started doing the work, and I felt completely powerless. Completely. I thought that I'm doomed, basically. So, and I really didn't like this feeling. Oh, I cannot even remember it. Like, I don't want to remember it because it was really hard. But the thing is, I don't know how it's for other people, but in my life, when you get to the bottom, you have some surface to push yourself off of and go upwards. And this is what happens with all these uncomfortable feelings, with the powerlessness, with feeling I don't know, like depressed and all these things. Um, Sometimes we need to get to the bottom, and only then we will find that there's nothing to lose. There's nothing to lose. You just go inwards. You just go inwards, and then all the magic happens because you have nothing to lose, only to gain. This is what happened to me. I guess it happens to a lot of people who are doing the inner work, who are going into their subconscious mind, trying to discover what else is there, what kind of universe is hiding inside, and doing the shadow work, and knowing themselves little by little. This is authenticity for me, like knowing yourself. Know thyself is the most important and the hardest work for every person on this earth. This is what I believe. And we are used to escape from ourselves. We are used to run from ourselves. We've been taught that, and we don't know better, do we? Do we? Yeah, I didn't know better before, since I started following Teal, this is when I realized that this is the way. It's going inside, and when you go inside, the powerless is gone, because you can control yourself, but you cannot control others. So this was the answer for me. And I started seeing changes in my life, like positive changes, little by little, little by little. So
Yeah.
this is one, like, and in the beginning, I will share some more. In the beginning, when I started picturing what I want my life to look, when I understood that I am a creator of my own life, because before I wasn't feeling like that. Uh, how I want my life to look like, the first thought what came into my mind, I want to teach. I want to teach, but what do I teach? I don't know what to teach. And I thought, I want to teach something that is like completely natural for me, completely natural, that I can speak about it day and night, and as long as I'm so emotional, and I couldn't control my emotions before, as in a capacity I do now. Uh, I've started about talking about emotions, about knowing myself, about shadow work, and so on. So it's only natural for me right now. So, and it's getting better and better. The better it gets, the better it gets, isn't it? So,
Totally, yeah. And I love just from your body language and the way you're expressing and talking about this stuff, it comes off as very natural that your heart's behind what you're teaching and sharing. You've connected to something very meaningful and empowering to yourself, and it really comes through when you're expressing that passion and the fire, like you said, of that sharing, which I just love. I love a teacher who really loves what they teach. That is a that is a blessing to receive from a teacher whose heart is behind what they're teaching, because um, I can just reflect back in my life where when a teacher really loves what they teach, oh my God, it's just so different. And you just pick up not only the knowledge, but you pick up the energy that's just coming through, that authentic energy. So yeah, I
couldn't
wanted to
agree
acknowledge
more,
that. Yeah.
actually. Couldn't agree more. I've had those kind of teachers as well. I've had other kind of teachers as well. So it's incomparable. Uh, yeah, you get this energy, and all this information is just settles into yourself. You just know you, and it's effortless, isn't it? It's effortless. You just know. It's completely understandable. You don't need to struggle or work hard to get to know it. Yeah, this is
Yes,
what I
it's
wanted.
when it's the natural energy coming through. That there's less struggle, I think, whether it's a teacher or someone expressing naturally. When you're in that natural flow, it's less like a struggle, it's less like work. And I think that's one part of authenticity is being in your natural energy. And that's a more of a flowing state oftentimes than the forceful trying to do something or trying to make yourself do something you don't want to do.
That's right. That's right. Well, authenticity comes from a place of self-love, isn't it? And if you are trying to force yourself, I'm not talking about discipline. Discipline is like other topic. But if you're trying to force yourself, like you're bulldozing yourself, it's probably it's not authentic to you, isn't it? Yeah. So self-love is another great part of authenticity, I guess. What do you think about self-love?
I think that they're in the way I understand them, I feel they're very connected, because I feel if you're in a state of self-love, if you are loving yourself, it's going to be pretty much synonymous with being authentic. Um, right, so that I feel like they're really connected. Authenticity to me really does mean being yourself, and in a lot of ways living in a way that you're doing what you love to do, what you want to do, what you are passionate about doing. So what could be more self-loving than living the life you want to live in the way that feels most natural to your soul? Like what could be more loving than that? So they
Right.
definitely feel really pretty connected there.
I agree, completely agree. You know, and in order to love yourself you need to accept all parts of yourself,
And like you
even
said,
the
know
ones,
yourself.
yeah,
Like
you need to know
how can you
yourself.
love yourself until you really know who you are inside? And the interesting thing is until you do deeper inner work, you may not really even know what your deeper needs or desires are until they are kind of discovered. And how can you um, know what those are until you've done the inner work to find that? So
That's right.
it does take challenge, right? There's challenge involved in being authentic, I would say. Like
Oh,
it's
100%. That's a big challenge. To be authentic is a challenge. Even thinking about coming back into your family for holidays, and even not for holidays. Actually, yesterday I came back from visiting my mother. So yeah, when you are changed, it's different. You know, when I started this self-love journey, I got some comments, you know, that you've changed and not to the better side. Like,
oh my.
yeah, so yeah, what happens then? You need to stand in your truth. Then
Hmm.
you need to face that you don't want to be a people pleaser anymore, and it hurts. And it's like you feel that you're losing people. So it is a big challenge. It is a big challenge. I've been a golden child for a whole my life, and that means how to say, I betrayed myself in order to get connection from others.
Hmm.
And when I started getting connected to myself and not betray myself anymore, well, a lot of things happened. It was a journey. It was a roller coaster, actually. Yeah. So, but it was worth it. It was worth it because uh, yeah, even the words, you know, like your self-worth is rising then because you feel that all parts of you and you are worthy. They are important, all of them, even the ones which are uncomfortable, even to know that they exist. You know, that we all have this narcissistic part in ourselves. We have this people pleaser side in ourselves. We have this all of it, you know, all kinds of things in ourselves, and sometimes it's not tasty. It's not tasty to have, you know, in your mouth.
Yeah.
But it is truth, and truth will make us free. You know, it will free us. And this is what I truly believe in that truth will set us free. And until we stand out in our truth, we cannot be authentic, we cannot be real, because if there's no truth in us, yeah, we need to accept all of us, all parts in us, in order to be self-loving and authentic. And it is a challenge. It's not for the faint-hearted. This journey is not for the faint-hearted. Let me tell you that. Yeah.
Totally. Yeah, I really agree with what you say, and it's a joy to hear your passion is for this year. You're expressing this stuff, and it's almost like this warrior spirit, this fire that you're sharing about this. You're really behind this and sharing this, and yes, it is a challenge. Like life is, this is this is one of the biggest challenges, but one of the biggest rewards, I think, is to love yourself enough to say, I deserve to be here. I deserve to be happy. I deserve love. I deserve to live the life that feels true to my soul. And that takes immense courage to face through social pressures that want you to maybe conform or to do what they want to do. It takes a lot of inner strength, but the reward, though, the reward is worth it. I think is you sound like you agree. Like not only
Yeah,
living
yeah,
your
I do.
own self, but the ability, and I think you mentioned a little bit about this, is the courage to be yourself, to break free of the mask allows a genuine, authentic connection with others. That's how you get that real connection, which, oh my God, if that isn't one of the best things as well, having a real, deep intimacy with someone who really sees you, loves you, isn't that one of the best things that I think a lot of us want? That the
It,
relationship that's just real.
we all crave it. We admit it. We can admit it. We can just hide it. But we all crave connection. We all crave relationships. We all crave authentic relationships, like in friendships, romantic relationships, in our families, between children and parents. Because relationships is our life, isn't it? And yeah, you cannot create authentic relationship without being authentic, isn't it so? So
Totally
you need to
agree.
be, you need to know yourself. You need to know at least your needs and wants and your preferences, what you like and what you dislike. uh, until I was like, I don't know, maybe 32 years old, I couldn't say it very clearly. And it happened only like 6 years ago. so so I could say I'm still like a toddler in this
Yeah,
journey. but
I love
but
that.
even though it's like 6 years, I already see this progression in my life, and it's going, the better it gets, the better it gets, really. I can see it in my relationships. Of course it is quite hard, because inauthentic relationships, they fall down, they fall off from you, and it is painful. But what you have to gain, it's far more rewarding than those kind of relationships, when people, when, because you still don't feel felt and heard and seen in this
Yeah,
kind of relationships, even if the person is treating you well, even if it's like it is good relationship, but you are not true to yourself. You still have to hide, you still have to fake some things. And you will, at least from my example, I have never felt loved, truly loved. And it was because I was wearing a mask, and people fall in love with the mask, and they are interacting with the mask, not real you. And you don't even
right.
realize that it's happening.
I think people can get lost in the substitute of a mask-like relationship and think that that is happiness, but there's a whole different level when you um, really get into your authentic self and the real love, the real relationship. Yeah, it's what a lot of us really crave, like you're saying.
Yeah, well, I do. I know women do. A lot of women, they text me, they say, they ask me how to do it, how to do it, and what I say, all of them, the prescription is go inwards, deal with the traumas, deal with the shadow work, do the work, do the inner work. Yeah, and I do coaching as well for them, do sessions, I do courses, and afterwards they text me, they say, you've changed my life, it's not me. And I'm saying, it's not me, it wasn't me, I just guided you a little bit. It's you who done the work. And yeah, there are people who don't do the work even if guided, and they don't see the results because it takes courage. It takes a lot of courage. It is a challenge, a big challenge. But everything happens in its own time, isn't it? This is what I'm a firm believer in that one as well. Like, you cannot rush things. uh, you cannot rush things. Like, you can be supportive, hold space for the people, but you cannot rush them, can you? So yeah, I'm for the ones who are ready.
Awesome. Wow. Viktorija, it's been an absolute delight to have you come on here and share your light in this conversation, yourself and your knowledge, and on this topic of authenticity. It's been absolutely a wonderful conversation, and I think people are just going to enjoy this and get much out of it. Um, so yeah, I really want to appreciate you, and I will allow you to put in the description on this video, if you want to share anything, we can put contact stuff if you like, for people to reach you out. But yeah, thank you so much for joining me today. Is there anything else you would like to share in this here today? Like,
Yeah, I'd like to say to everyone who's watching me, and they say, "Oh, it's easy for her." It wasn't easy. What you see here, it's a result of a big inner work, long inner work. You can do this. You can totally do this. And if you feel alone, you can text me. You can call me, or whatever. You can find in the description all my contacts, and we can chat and just be brave and stand in your truth.
it's beautiful. So worth it. The courage, it's worth it, and you can do it. I love that. I love that empowering message there.
Yeah,
So true.
yeah.
Okay,
So
well, yeah, thank you so much. Thank you everybody for tuning in, and for being a part of this conversation. And if anyone else is interested in doing a conversation like this with me on here, please reach out. We'd love to keep this light going, keep the conversation going with other inspiring topics. So um, thank you so much, everybody. Thank you,
thank
Viktorija.
you, John. Thank you, everyone. God bless. Bye.